Sjogren syndrome is a chronic autoimmune disease affecting primarily women near the menopausal age. Each year, around 200 to 3,000 people for every population of 100,000 are diagnosed with primary Sjogren syndrome in North and Southern Europe. For each male affected by primary Sjogren syndrome, 50 women are affected, making for a most unbalanced gender ratio. Primary Sjogren syndrome has a wide range of clinical manifestations, from mild disease limited to exocrine glands to severe multisystemic disorder. It increases the risk of developing a B-cell non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which occurs in about 5% of patients. Effective treatments for primary Sjogren syndrome are still lacking. Many novel and expensive targeted therapies are under investigation. But there is a high risk of suboptimal results based on simple factors such as gender, seronegativity, and age at disease onset, to distinguish and select the patients, for example, per type of antibody positivity or duration of the disease. Furthermore, patient databases are governed by a variety of medical and legal rules across Europe. As a result, data is still collected in heterogeneous databases across the different EU countries. HarmonicSS aims to improve medical data quality and data management through the collaboration between researchers and other interested stakeholders, which is a crucial step for the study and diagnosis of primary Sjogren syndrome. The existing studies on primary Sjogren syndrome have performed individual research in terms of novel biomarkers, clinical manifestations, comorbidities, stratification, and personalized therapy. Still, these needs have not been met, mainly due to the lack of sufficient sample size of the individual cohorts. This drawback can be overcome through data sharing, which enables the interlinking of disparate cohort databases into distributed or federated cloud databases. HarmonicSS is a recently funded European project with the vision to create an international network and alliance of partners and cohorts entrusted with the mission of addressing the unmet needs in primary Sjogren syndrome. Working together to create and maintain a platform with open standards and tools designed to enable secure storage, governance, data analytics, access control, and sharing of information under the General Data Protection Regulations principles and requirements. The clinical unmet needs in primary Sjogren syndrome include the development of robust artificial intelligence models for lymphoma classification and lymphomagenesis, the extraction of new biomarkers for lymphoma development, as well as the validation of existing ones, and extended clinical disease phenotyping. The main objectives of the HarmonicSS project are to create an international network of partners and cohorts, to study, analyze, and implement a GDPR-compliant architecture, to deliver a sustainable platform for data sharing, harmonization, and analytics, to address the research clinical unmet needs of primary Sjogren syndrome as a model disease, to define novel shared health policies for primary Sjogren syndrome, and to deliver novel tools for clinical trials, education, and imaging. The HarmonicSS platform offers harmonized cohort data, big data analytics tools, genetic data analytics tools, visualization interfaces, and training tools for clinicians, among others. The HarmonicSS platform is hosted under the Greek Research and Technology Network infrastructure to enable the secure upload of the data into private cloud databases using encryption protocols, as well as to enable the faster and reliable secure execution of the HarmonicSS services. The architecture of the HarmonicSS platform consists of 5 main modules, namely the User Access Management module, Data Sharing Assessment module, Data Sharing Management module, Cohort Data Harmonization module, and Data Analytics Tools module. The Data Analytics Tools module offers services for big data mining, genetic data analytics, social media analytics, health policies impact assessment, visual analytics. In addition, it offers tools for patient selection for multinational clinical trials, salivary gland ultrasonography image segmentation, and training material for clinicians and patients. The data sharing assessment services provide functionalities for the evaluation of GDPR compliance of the legal and ethical documents, secure data upload to private cloud databases, and data curation mechanisms. As part of the data quality assessment process, the data curator serves as a mechanism for improving the quality of the raw core data through the automated detection of outliers, inconsistent data types, missing values, and duplicated fields, among others. The Core Data Harmonization Service works in a decentralized manner. This means that the ontology alignment and core data transformation services run locally on the private cloud space of the corresponding court. The output of the harmonization procedure is a harmonized version of the heterogeneous core data which lies within the core's private cloud space. The data sharing management services enable the secure access of the data analytics services to the private cloud databases. The users can train artificial intelligence algorithms either on a single harmonized core databases local scenario or on multiple harmonized core databases distributed or federated scenario to address the primary Sjögren's syndrome unmet needs, including the development of lymphoma classification and lymphomagenesis models, as well as the detection of risk factors, biomarkers, for lymphoma development, among others. The users can define both local and distributed artificial intelligence workflows through the provided graphical user interface. Since the Harmonics rationale follows a bring the analysis to the data strategy, the application of the big data mining services follows a distributed or federated approach, according to which the AI algorithms are incrementally trained on each harmonized core database and validated on one or more testing harmonized core databases. A central processing engine orchestrates the secure communication of the AI services with each harmonized cloud database to enable data sharing. The resulting AI models for lymphoma classification and lymphomagenesis are finally stored in the CPE and can be distributed to the data providers who participated in the overall analysis upon request. The genetic data analytic services enable the application of association analysis between clinical phenotypes and single nucleotide polymorphisms. The visual analytics services offer straightforward and interactive tools for the visualization of complex data structures and hidden associations within the harmonized data. Through the prospective data entry forms, the data providers can enter prospective patient data to the existing harmonized databases. Through the Health Policies Impact Assessment services, the healthcare stakeholders can conduct bibliography-based cost assessment analysis and evaluate health policy scenarios. The Social Media Analytics Services module provides a single-point access to primary Sjögren's syndrome-related social media posts and related content with filtering options. The outcomes of the project include 20 high-quality and harmonized core databases, with 7,551 patients fulfilling more than 90% of the minimal criteria of the primary Sjögren's syndrome domain knowledge. The distributed or federated artificial intelligence algorithms were incrementally trained across the harmonized databases to address the primary Sjögren's syndrome unmet needs through the development of high-performance lymphoma classification and lymphomagenesis models with more than 85% sensitivity and specificity, as well as more than 10 identified biomarkers and risk factors for lymphoma development following clinical validation by the experts in the field.